Hey everybody, tonight's pour is going to be, you guessed it, a Hot Wheels themed painting. I've kind of wanted to do this one for a little while. It was something from my childhood that I watched on TV, and when I was a younger kid, and I wouldn't say I was a huge fan of it, but I watched it because it was cartoons, and back in my day when I was younger, back in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, we didn't have cartoons available to us 24 hours a day like the kids do today. So when you got a cartoon on, you usually watched it, and majority of the time it was Saturday mornings. I remember I wasn't much for getting up real early, but you got up early on Saturdays if you really wanted to watch cartoons, and I did that on a number of Saturdays, not every Saturday, but a number of them. And so what we're going to be doing is Scooby-Doo, the Mystery Machine. So I think I actually had one or two of these in my collection. But I found this one at that little shop that I go to, and it's $5. And I went ahead and bought it because I wanted to do it. I bought that and the Ghostbusters Ecto 1 that I just finished up the same time, and a few other cars. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I decided to go with a white background, and then use the colors of the van, which are this kind of teal, yellow, kind of a dull yellow, and some red. So I've got my paints mixed, and I'm ready to pour it. I'm just going to do those colors out the back, and I might try to swirl them around. That's kind of that 70s look, you know, that old, the hippie, you know, era, and all that, you know, good time rock and roll type stuff. And so we'll see how it turns out. We'll see if I'll do that or not. I thought about doing the blues, or the teal, or whatever color it is, and the yellow, and then the red. Kind of try to do, because it's got flowers. You know, it's got the flower on them, and I thought about trying to do like a little blow it out to make it look like a flower here and there. You know, the flower power back in them days, and all that stuff. So I don't know, sometimes it just comes to me, and I do what I have a plan, and sometimes it veers and I do something totally different at the last second. So we'll see see what I do. I guess stay tuned and watch and see what it does. So I got my paints mixed and I'm ready to go. So let's get it going. All right. Help if I had this up right. Just seeing if this thing is level, because even though I've set up a whole new table just to resin on, I ended up doing two pieces last night that were pours I had done a while back, and they were already resined. And I decided to add some items to them and put another coat of resin on it. So one was a piece I did, and I did Thor's hammer on it, and then I did the Millennium Falcon on another one. On those, you'll have to just go to my Facebook page, Holiday Paintings, to see those, because I didn't post them anywhere else. And remember, Holiday has 2 L's, just like the YouTube channel. So you'll be able to see those there. And my table's not big enough right now, set up well enough right now to do, they both were on 12 by 24s instead of, like, these are 10 by 20s. So I did one over here, and so some of the resin kind of got built up again on this, which I don't really, it's one of the reasons I got another table in here, is because the resin would build up on these cardboard core things that I have, that I set the paintings on, that I get from where I work. and they are something that is just thrown away. They don't use them for anything. They actually have labels on them and put in these big printers, and when the labels run out, they just replace the spool of labels and throw these away. And so I save them and use them. So I got some people that will save them for me as well, since I'm not out on the factory floor anymore, or I don't work out there anymore. I do have to go out there. But anyway, so the resin builds up on them and causes these to not be level. So then you want your canvas leveled. All of you know that, or you experience pours know that, because whoo, big bangs on the house. Because when it's drying, it will slide off whichever way it's leaning towards. And some of you that follow some of my stuff will remember I had a beautiful pour that I lost because of a paint slide, is what I call them. Just devastating when that happens, especially because it never happens on a pour that's not really that great. It always happens on the one that you don't want it to move. You want it to stay exactly like it is. And then those are the ones that usually does it too. This one has a lot of air bubbles in it, so I'm going to pop these. Alright. So a few spots that didn't have any paint on it. Alright. I did think about it, and I don't think I'm going to do the flower bloom type thing on it. I think I'm just going to go with the normal. Oh, that's a big piece of junk. A normal. Ooh, that's some big chunk of something in there. Boy, my mind just went blank on what these are called. A Dutch pour. Whew. That's what happens in your old age, I guess. Figured the yellows and reds would probably do that and do kind of a greenish, but I do want more of this color in there. So I'm going to pour some in here. I think I want some out this way. A little bit more in here. Now what I was doing there, just adding a little embellishment to it, and what I was doing was kind of the what would you call it, pastels, but the little pattern, I don't know what they're called, kind of a pattern that was pretty popular, and I can't think of the word of it right now. Boy, I tell you, my mind is just, it's been a long day. I had to take my wife's car into the tire place. She's having trouble with the tire, and I sat in there for a little over 2.5 hours just waiting for them to fix a tire that had a leak in it. Very frustrating to sit there all day. And then I was going to help my wife with some stuff afterwards, and she decided that she didn't want to do it, and so we didn't do that. So I came back, and then my daughter and her boyfriend came over to do some odd jobs for myself and my folks, and so we were working outside the rest of the day. So it was just a little long day, a little tiring. What that is, a little lump of something. So it's been a long day, so maybe that's what's causing my mind to not function well. Remembering words. Lord, I hope it's not a stroke. So there we have it. So I'm going to take this out of the package real quick and see what it looks like. If I can move it out of there. So kind of matches up the color. So that'll be the colors. That'll be the car. I think that'll look good. All right. We'll wait for this bad boy to dry, and then we'll get a coat of resin on it and get that car placed in it. We'll have another awesome pour. All right, this bad boy has dried, and it's ready to get the resin. It'll pull those colors out. Right now they're pretty vibrant right here, but over here is dull. But that resin will pull those colors out, and I think it pretty much matches the colors of the bus there. The yellow's kind of gone, but turned more green with that red and that. But again, I'm using Alumilite on this one, resin. 7 ounces for a 10 by 20. I use the art resin calculator on their website. I just searched art resin calculator and it popped up, and I've got it saved now, and so that's what I use. Of course, I've done enough 10 by 12s. I don't have to look it up every time because I know how much it takes. So And if I get to slurring my words a little bit tonight on this, I had a start of the root canal today, so I've been to the dentist and had a back tooth that was cracked, I guess, and when I went in for a cleaning, and so they decided they better do a root canal on it and put a crown on it, so that was started today. I've only had one other crown put on, and they all did it in one day. That dental office had moved from where it was into Indianapolis, and they weren't taking any. I basically said they weren't taking any of their clients with them, so I don't know. Therefore, I thought maybe it was something I did that made them mad, but no, it wasn't me. I don't know why they weren't taking. And they were really good, so, but I appreciated them doing that all in one day. Now I gotta wait 2 weeks for this crown thing to get done. So then they didn't, I wasn't thinking about it. Sorry, just filling up my torch, butane. I didn't think much about it, and they didn't say anything about me not eating right away. And I got done just after noon today. And so I was hungry because I hadn't really ate anything. This morning I had a cup of coffee and a meal replacement shake from Atkins. And so I was a little hungry, so I had to get some stuff at Walmart, and they have a Subway in there, so I got me a sub and ran home, started eating it. And I'm like, man, this thing I can't hardly bite through. The bread is really hard. I had some banana peppers on it. And I was like, the banana pepper must be real hard, like the end. You know, sometimes they get the end piece on there, and it's real hard. I'm like, I can't bite through it, and I don't know what's going on. And got about halfway through it when I realized that it was my lip, because I was still numb and I couldn't even feel my lip, and I was biting. My lip got in between my teeth, my front teeth there, and so I was trying to basically bite through my lip, thinking I was biting into the sandwich, which the lip was just in the way. So I got a swollen lip. The numbing finally went away. Kind of jaw was hurting. I got a headache, and so I took some ibuprofen, and I'm feeling a lot better now. I want to get this piece resin, and I'm going to be making some coasters tonight, painting some coasters tonight, because I got a show this weekend, and I'm a little low on coasters, and I've been saying for the last 3 weeks I need to make coasters, and I just haven't done it because I've been wanting to do this car and that car and the dragon, the horse, and so I wanted to do some other projects, so that's what I've been doing instead of making the coasters. But I think I have to get them done tonight so they can be dry enough in time to resin, and then I like the resin to cure on coasters at least a full 24 to 48 hours before I even stack them, because I stack them four in a stack, and I sell them 4 coasters for, I think I sell them for $25, and they go pretty fast. So I think I only have 3 sets left. I think it's what I have left. So I'm going to make 4 sets, so that's 16 individual coasters. I might try to make 5 sets if I can get 20 on there, just to have an extra set. So all right. Trying to find the good spot for that. And I was thinking what I was calling that pattern. It was like from the 70s, and I think it was well, I just had it. So I asked my mom what she said it was, and it was, I was thinking pastel, but no, that's a colors. And she told me it does start with a P. Oh, I just had it too. I hate it when that happens. Paisley, that's what it is, a Paisley pattern. I think that's what she called it. So yeah. And somebody can comment on that if I'm right on that, if they know what I'm talking about. But I think it just looks cool anyway. That was a pretty big pattern back in the 70s. A lot of people had that on their clothes and couches and I'm going to put that underneath there just to, it seems like it's not even resting on this one. I got this table to use at events. I thought I needed another table. I do take 3 tables right now, and that's about all I can get in a 10 by 10 space. If sometimes that's the size of the booth, and this one is, well, it's tilted like this more because it's a foldable table. So when I fold it, it's not level flat; it's raised right in the middle a little bit, and I can't get it to flat. So just about here is the middle. So it's raised up a little bit, so I think it's sloping this way. So this one wasn't even touching, the canvas wasn't even touching this core that I was setting this on. I probably should just move it down some. I can move up a little bit. I hate sticking this under there, really. See how it's tilted a little bit. I'll leave it under there for now. Just makes it a little tougher to pull out when I take it off. All right, now there you go. You have it, the Mystery Machine, the Scooby-Doo mobile. So I think it turned out pretty good. I would have liked a little bit more yellow in there, but I figured the yellow and the red would make a green, which it did, but there's a little bit of yellow in there. So if you like this one, please like and share. Oh, I'll move that since I moved that down. Please like and share. Help support this channel. I see some spots right there. Yeah, look again. I'm trying to grow this channel and try to supply content for it and help it grow a little bit. So I appreciate everybody that likes and subscribes. Thanks for watching.